Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azmi bin Muhammad Hatta from 4 Bitmandi 1 2, and today I will present my bachelor degree project about the life cycle analysis using SolidWorks software for composite filament from wood dust reinforced plastic to be used in fused deposition machine. Before that, my supervisor is Technologist Muhammad Krafi bin Ibrahim. Alright, so for introduction, life cycle analysis is a method used in analyze the environmental effect of product by the entire life cycle. LCA is important to making decision and solving problems in support of greater sustainability of human-created system and their impact on the natural environment. So this is my problem statement for my research. First, wood dust is a potential problem for human, environment, and economy. Second, the world is heading to generate eco-green technology to protect environment. Third, 3D printing is gradually rise and the product produced is non-recyclable. Alright, so for the objective research, to study and simulate life cycle analysis by using SolidWorks software. Second, to compare and analyze the life cycle analysis of wood dust reinforced polypropylene with polypropylene. Alright, so this is scope of my research. First, to study complete LCA to determine the impact to the environment. This study will go through a method which is life cycle analysis to evaluate the impact of wood dust reinforced polypropylene composite filament. Second, comparison evaluation between wood dust reinforced polypropylene and polypropylene. So this is a literature review for life cycle analysis. Greening 2011 state that LCA is mean of evaluating the environment effect of the production and use a goods such as water disposal or the provision of facility. Meanwhile, SOC 2020 said that the LCA is an ideal approach for analyzing the environmental effect of a product. For SolidWorks, HOPA 2017 said that the philosophy of economic, social, environmental responsibility behind the sustainable design concept that should be followed by each organization. And Doctoral 2017 said that four concepts sustainability are acidification, carbon footprint, total energy consumption, and water eutrophication. Next is about filament. Arvin 2016 state that filamentation, as we all know, 3D printing is a type of additive manufacturing that involves building a product layer by layer using plastic filament as the raw material. UBO 2017 state that the disadvantage of 3D structure is high cost, low strength, easy distortion. Restrict the application of FDM in cost effective, and development of the new composite filament for FDM is important topic in the 3D printing industry. Alright, so for wood dust reinforced polypropylene, Fernanda 2016 state that so does polypropylene composite give more advantage than the pure plastic, and composite are low cost material and may contribute to solving environmental problem. By Abdul 2011 state that composite based on treated tropical sodas and polypropylene were prepared using hot press molding machine. So this is review of procedure. By Lancho and Dobrota 2014, there are steps in analysis sustainability design. First, defining material. Second, manufacturing region. Third, use region. Fourth, transportation. Five, end of life. And the last one is environment impact. This is material properties with the reinforced polypropylene 30 with percentage by Abdul 2011 have elastic modulus, shear modulus, mass density, tensile strength, and yield strength. So this is my methodology and flowchart of my research. It will be start by project proposal to guide my research. First one, problem statement, objective, and scope. After that, I will go through to background study and literature review. 2. Find the correlation of my study. After that, I will go through material finding to find out the which one material properties should I be used in this simulation. After that, I will go to practice and simulate by the LCA simulation in SolidWorks. If I cannot to do the simulation, I will investigate the procedure, which is to find out the problem. Either will be the parameters, material properties, or the version of the software. After that, I will generate result and writing the result and discussion. After that, compile the report, and that's all. So this is process for my simulation. First one, design a part and go through insert material, manufacturing region, use region, and end of life. So this is detail of the process of model design. I draw the design with the shape of the cylinder and the mass with 958.25 gram, with the diameter 92 mm and length 150 mm. The importance of the model design is about weight. Weighting factor. Why? For starters, it displays LCA data as a single score, which makes it simple to compare the environmental effect of various goods and scenarios. The decision-making process is made easier since it is instantly apparent if a product influence is more than, lower than, or like that of the alternative. Second, when it comes to communication, weighting may be beneficial. Explanation of a single score for environmental effect is simpler than explaining numerous ratings for different product of scenarios, such as 30 weight percentage of wood dust, 70 weight percentage of wood dust affect the carbon footprint, for example. So we easily to calculate how much weight factor, weight percentage that we use to get the good impact to the environment. So this is the process and certain material. Material properties of wood dust reinforced polypropylene that I use in this simulation is 30 weight percentage that I found in the journal. SolidWorks software cannot conduct the simulation if the data is not enough. For example, 15 weight percentage and 20 weight percentage, because the previous research only provide a few material properties. For polypropylene, homopolymer polypropylene has been set up as a baseline to run the simulation. The function is to compare the data for the result. Al-Otaibi 2020 state the homopolymer polypropylene many corrosion resistant construction employ it because of these features, as well as its chemical resistance and weldability, which make it preferred choice for many applications. Different technological machines such as extruder machine are well suited for its application in this product. So this is the manufacturing region. China, one of the biggest countries that produce filament for 3D printing, since 2014. In the manufacturing process, filament making is in the extrusion process. The electric power uses depend mainly on the size of your printer and the temperature of the heated bed and nozzle. The value of electricity and natural gas are provided by SolidWorks software based on material process. The value of scrap rate is 2% and can be defined by tolerant cost optimization based on Hellman 2018. So this is the use region that I have used. For example, measure as the use region. Alright. By the way, the greater the distance between two areas, the less environmentally friendly of the product. For this use region, the shipping take 2000 km and lorry 200 km. So next will be the result and discussion. So this is the environmental impact of wood dust reinforced polypropylene. CO2e means that carbon dioxide equivalent, or the number of metric ton of carbon dioxide emission. Material release the highest carbon footprint with 2.6 kg CO2e. 99 plastic bags are made from fossil fuel. Fossil fuel produce large quantities of carbon dioxide when burned. Carbon emission trap heat in the atmosphere and lead to climate change. If the material contains only natural fiber, it may have less carbon footprint. So next is total energy consumed with megajoule. Total energy consumed is 86 megajoule with 95% is from material. Manufacturing consume 3.25% of energy, then followed by the end of life and transportation. According to the Center of International Law, CIEL, plastic base is among the most energy-intensive material to produce. Ethane cracking is energy-intensive because of the high heat needed and produce significant emission, as do the chemical refining process that make other plastic. The mixture of the plastic and natural fiber can help reduce the uses of energy, especially in manufacturing. So, next is air acidification, sulfur dioxide. The total air acidification produced is 7.2 exponent negative 3 kilogram sulfur dioxide and 72.22 from material. Air acidification mainly consists of pollutant emitted by the combustion of fossil fuel, for example, burning, deforestation, and power generation. The material of plastic and wood give the high impact to the air acidification. So, the lastly, environmental impact is water eutrophication, PO4E. PO4E standing for phosphate equivalent. Phosphate equivalent is a measure to estimate the eutrophication potential of substance. The substance are being converted to the same amount of phosphate with the same eutrophication impact. End of life leading the rank of water eutrophication with 65.3% from 0.0015 PO4E, followed by material, manufacturing, and lastly was transportation. Eutrophication of surface water from industrial and municipal wastewater often result in the destruction of many natural water bodies around the world. Nutrients like nitrogen and phosphate encourage such eutrophication. So, after this, I will discuss about comparison between wood dust reinforced polypropylene and polypropylene. The first will be carbon footprint. The carbon footprint released by wood dust reinforced polypropylene decreased 35%. This is because when the polypropylene is one of this type of petrochemical. The higher the uses of petrochemical, the higher the carbon footprint release. Composite containing natural fiber are considered environmentally friendly material, which is related to the reduced use of fossil fuels and the emission of carbon dioxide compared to petroleum-based polymers. Corol 2020. The effect of carbon footprint can be seen by climate change and global warming. Abasi 2021. Alright, second, total energy consumed. Wood dust reinforced polypropylene reduce the amount of energy required to manufacture polypropylene material by 14%. 56 megajoule was spent in total energy consumption for wood dust reinforced polypropylene. The substance that remained lead was the most significant contributor to the total energy consumption. The higher the usage of plastic, affect the increasing energy consumed, especially in material and manufacturing. Third, air acidification. Positive development occurs when the value of wood dust reinforced polypropylene air acidification lowers by 78%. In terms of overall value, the material and manufacturing process take the lead, contributing 94% of the total value to the environment. Air acidification consists of burning and deforestation. Since the usage of plastic is higher than wood dust, the polypropylene lead the emission to air acidification. Plastic burning release dangerous substances such as heavy metals, persistent organic pollutant (POP) and other toxic chemicals into the air. The last one was water eutrophication. Wood dust reinforced polypropylene only produce 0.0015 kg. Water eutrophication and polypropylene produce 0.0034 kg. Manufacturing and industrial sources are referred to as a point sources of nutrient contamination because they release nutrient directly into surface water or groundwater through the use of pipe or other discrete conveyance. They are often the most controlled sources of nutrition, and in industrialized nations, they are frequently regulated as such. It also can be less if the use region is in the same country or nearest region. Transportation also give the impact toward water eutrophication. So, as a conclusion, the simulation of the life cycle analysis for wood dust reinforced polypropylene is very important to know how far the composite can save nature in the future. By using SolidWorks software, it can help recognize the suitable situation and process for life cycle analysis. Based on the research, Tia Vahali 2019 state that the usage of composite material that reinforced with natural fiber is eco-friendly and can save nature from any pollutants. 30 weight percentage of wood dust with the mass 958.25 gram filament produce less emission than 100% weight percentage polypropylene based on the simulation result. The increase in awareness of the damage caused by synthetic material on the environment has led to the development of eco-friendly materials. As a conclusion, wood dust reinforced polypropylene give better impact rather than polypropylene at all levels. The production of filament by using the composite material is suitable for the long term of our environment. Therefore, the objective of the project had been achieved. So, as a recommendation, I do recommend to do mechanical testing of the material such as the strength, strain, melting point, and some more. Making filament by using the composite material. And the last one, making simple product to prove the successful of the material. So that's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.